welcome to the final E3 discussion podcast, based on one of the better kind of presentations for me, and I didn't even own a Switch. The Nintendo Spotlight was 25 minutes of games, just some really great game announcements. And one of the things I kind of was impressed with was the kind of the how quick the games were coming out. But we'll talk about that shortly. With me today is Dan Murphy. How are you?
I'm alright. I'm glad that these while the podcasting has been fun. I was been so busy doing news and podcasting and whatnot this past few days. So glad that the bulk's over. Our duty's done. Now it's up to the people actually in that hell. Oh my days! It looks like a fucking hellhole. Free. Those poor bastards. Fuck the public, man. Get them plebeians out of the poor bastards. Oh, I can't even imagine it.
It looks horrible, yeah. It looked hideous.
So happy I didn't go.
Yeah, I couldn't cope with that. Also joining me is David. How are you, mate?
Alright. Equally glad that all the news posts for E3 are done with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you guys have been ace. It's been really good. We managed to get every bit of news up.
Cheers.
Yeah, nice one. And Gary, how are you, dude?
I'm good, thank you.
Good stuff. The podcast has been fun, and we've got one it's a nice one to go out on, really.
Short and sweet, hopefully, just like the press conference was, or the briefing, or the spotlight, or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah,
it was good.
Yeah. I mean, there were a lot of games, but there were very short teasers for some of them, just to kind of let us know which was in development. Which I suppose for the Nintendo audience, it was a good thing. And I mean, I saw Adam posted something on Twitter about how there's an exclusive every month, and there has been since launch, and there seems to be until the near future. And I think that's quite a good thing, and we'll talk about a few now. So the first kind of announcement was Xenoblade Chronicles 2,
I think,
which we knew was in development.
Was it? I didn't realise. Is this different to because it looks so much different to the last Xenoblade one, the massive open world thing that goes on Wii U? Is it a different type, or is it on?
See, I'm not too sure. I mean, it looked similar in a way, but I mean, I've not played the original. David, have you played the original?
I haven't played the original, no.
Because I know Lee, former God is a Geeker, he reviewed it for us, and I remember listening to that podcast when he was on.
Xenoblade X or Chronicles X, like that looks so much
X,
different. It looks this looked very like anime, Final Fantasy type of traditional kind of JRPG, whereas Xenoblade Chronicles X, at least from what I've seen, kind of looked strangely kind of modern and futuristic for. It looks a bit more kind of like what Final Fantasy 15 is compared to this that looked very like classic Final Fantasy. So it threw me off a bit how the kind of continuity is weird, and I've forgotten I've never played a Xenoblade, so I don't really know. So this did kind of throw me off for a bit at first. I thought it might have been like a new kind of Fire Emblem. Well, we did get a Fire Emblem later. What's the other one they've got? There's Fire Emblem and another JRPG like Fire Emblem that's not called Fire Emblem. Can't recall something like that. I thought it was like another JRPG, so I was surprised personally when it said Xenoblade, but I think it's interesting, and it's coming this year apparently, so that's good.
Yeah, holiday 17, so November, December time, which is cool. That next kind of up was just a little teaser to let you know it was on its way next year. Was a new Kirby game. I don't know how everyone feels about Kirby.
Yeah, that looked great.
It four-player co-op, I assume, because there was 4 players dropping in and out along the bottom, so that would be quite cool. See how that works, with multiplayer on there.
It definitely seems like Nintendo going hard on multiplayer. So obviously they're kind of securing Rocket League, which is a big get, I think, and then they're getting I think one of the it might have been was it I can't remember Japanese. The fellow who came on to introduce Kirby, I think, or maybe just after, he was saying how we really want to push multiplayer, and we're really glad that people are playing it multiplayer. So it won't surprise me if like a lot of their first parties are kind of multiplayer games. I'm surprised Mario Party's not out yet. Like, you thought they would have been fucking shitting a brick to get that out quickly.
Oh yeah.
Since that's their main.
So that's good to know. They've got that as well. Yes, these are games that they've got in the bank. For
maybe even
cycle,
a Wii Sports. Like, it seems like they could do that with the motion controls they've got with the thing. Yeah. So I'm surprised. It wouldn't surprise me at all if we get stuff like that soon. Maybe even a new WarioWare, because WarioWare is sick. Because the best game on Wii. What a game that was. So I could definitely see more multiplayer games coming in the future. My only concern would be, obviously we've got Zelda and we've got the new Mario. And I don't know, Xenoblade, that single player. Hopefully we still get a good dosing of proper good Nintendo single players as well as all the fun multiplayer.
Yeah, I think they've got a nice mix, and they seem to have. After the launch was, it was a weird one because they released obviously the yearly lineup, and it seemed quite weak because there was a lot of third party like Just Dance and stuff like that, and it's like
Skylanders.
great Skylanders, and as fun as Skylanders is, it's a new console, Nintendo. They've got a lot riding on it with. I don't say the Wii U failed, but it kind of did.
It did. Let's be honest. The games were great on it, but as a console, it was fucking terrible. Really, it was an awful design. It was awfully marketed, and it did appalling sales. I think it's perfectly right to say it failed, even though it was good.
Yeah.
It's just the fucking everything about it was pretty bad. It's just the games they managed to do were consistently quite good, and now they can they've got the Switch right. It seems it's got a miles better uptake already, and it seems like they're getting the games. My only worry is like one exclusive per month might sound alright, but that's quite barren really when you consider if every other console has so much everything third party. I think Switch, as we've said, will live and die on its third party support. But they're doing well so far. I think FIFA 18 is another massive get, and it's good that they are pushing it.
Yeah, no, you're right. So, next up was I was quite excited by this. They were talking about Pokken Tournament and how you could play it on the show floor, and I know when that was announced a couple of week ago or so, people were a bit disappointed because they were expecting like Sun and Moon on the Switch, which is also fair enough because it is a great game. But what I did like was the fact that this is a new Pokemon RPG in development. So, which he didn't even say it was a Sun and Moon port. He said a new RPG,
new one,
which is brilliant, and I think that's the best possible move. So
it's about.
Did you not say it was a? Did you not say it was a core series entry as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not one of these shitey spin-offs.
No, you're right, and I think that's amazing. And he also said it may not be out for a year or so, which to me that's still pretty good because that's still 2018.
Yeah.
It might get delayed, but Nintendo they're relatively good for releases. Bar the Zelda, which was pushed back for a while, but I think that was mainly due to the the console development. But a new Pokemon RPG, that's going to be ace. We don't know whether that's going to be top down or whether it's going to be a third person. A third person Pokemon RPG could be something amazing.
They did it obviously not to the level of Breath of the Wild, obviously, but they did it where you could explore actually proper. Like, there's no obviously Pokemon games can be quite frustrating because you basically just go in one line, don't you? Like, you can only get to places.
One town to the next.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of restricted compared to your level. But if you had an open area with loads of different environments where you could run and it's third person, you're going in the grass and you get fucking attacked, and you still have the combat as a kind of turn based and whatever. But if you actually get to explore the world properly and you get to go into towns, I think that'd be amazing. And it's such a big get because I think Pokemon on the telly, like a proper Pokemon on the game on the telly, is what people have been wanting for ages. Because it's all well and good handheld, and they're definitely that game kind of for handheld. But I think people do. I think there's been clamouring for a telly one for ages. I think. I think it's good. Like the Metroid Prime, the Yoshi and Kirby. It's all great that they've announced it, and obviously we only got a brief snippet of gameplay. Like Kirby and Yoshi aren't even named properly; they just called codename Yoshi. Kirby, and we haven't got we got Metroid Prime 4, of course. My only concern is that they might be doing a little bit of a Sony here, where let's just fucking shit them out, tell them we've got them coming, keep them happy. We might not see them for 2-3 years. Now it's still good, it's still a great conference, but I said on I think the preview podcast, like, nobody will give a shit as long as they know it's coming, and that's true. But hopefully, I say Nintendo keep on it, and we get all of these by at least the end of next year.
Yeah, they were all pretty much over half the games that they announced were this year, and I know some of them were like the Rocket League thing and the DLC for Zelda, but they've seemed to have a solid plan of over the coming months for a lot of these games, which is excellent. The one game they didn't announce a date for, but I think it was just to put people's minds at rest because Metroid Prime is a huge franchise for Nintendo, and a lot of people weren't expecting to see it or hear from or anything like that. And me personally, I thought the conference, the spotlight for Nintendo would be very much here's a DLC for Zelda, here's a lot of Odyssey gameplay. That's pretty much it, and that's not what they did. They really kind of went for it.
Yeah.
And just to kind of announce Metroid Prime 4 in development, that's cool to know that there's going to be a new game coming out soon. I mean, is anyone familiar? Like, does anyone love that franchise, or is anyone excited by this?
Yeah.
Dave?
I'm excited about it. I played a little bit of the first Metroid Prime, but I played a lot of Metroid Prime 3. I loved that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really looking forward to a new one.
Cool.
I'm quite disappointed that they announced a new 2D Metroid for the 3DS though. I would have liked that on Switch as well, but
yeah, that would have made sense. That was outside the spotlight, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. Just after in the treehouse thing.
Yeah, Gary, you seem to be keen for this. Are you looking? You know, is this another one of those games that might take me to get a Switch?
Oh yeah, I mean, this would definitely get me to get a Switch. I really love the Metroid games. They're great.
Yeah.
I would like David said though. I would have preferred the 2D one. Because I mean that one does look great. And what they've shown. I mean, it's a remake of Metroid 2, if I remember right.
Yeah.
And it's made by the guys who did the Castlevania Mirror of Fate, which I think was brilliant.
Oh. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm on board very much.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, as we mentioned earlier, there's a new Yoshi in development. It looked kind of cool.
I thought it looked gorgeous.
Yeah, it looked like
nice. Yeah.
Paper Mario, weird like tearaway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was thinking tearaway and
really
Paper Mario. Yeah, I was thinking kind of a little bit of Fez, how it's like different kind of dimensions.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe
yeah. So
it looks interesting. Definitely, I like how they can. Like, what I love about Nintendo, even though I've not really played many of the games, is that they can have the same characters and the same kind of feelings, but they just change the gameplay mechanics for every game so often and every character. You know, if a Toad and a fucking Treasure Crasher, the Kirby thing, the Woolly Yoshi, and they might not all be great games or anything, but the way they continuously change and keep things fresh is fucking quite admirable.
It is, and it's like after hours and hours of these conferences, Nintendo come along and drop off an hour, and it ends up being one of the better ones. And it's the same last year. You know, there were so many other games that were getting announced, and everyone was excited. But as soon as they showed that Zelda footage, it was like, yeah, hands down, Nintendo have won it this year. But right, Dave, Fire Emblem.
Yep.
Are you keen on this? Because Fire Emblem Warriors, it's coming this year.
Fall, they said, I think.
Yeah,
it doesn't have a month
2017.
Yet,
No, but it looks alright, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Well, they didn't really show an awful lot of gameplay. They just kind of introduced some of the kind of characters that are returning from the other games.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I guess if you like those characters, then that'll get you excited for it. But I mean, I would like to see a bit more of what you're actually going to be doing. I mean, I guess we kind of know it'll be similar to like Dynasty Warriors, Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah.
But still, it would be nice to see it.
Yeah, which is quite cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it though. Yeah.
There'll be a few Nintendo Directs, I'm sure, over the coming months that might drop us some more gameplay because that's what they like to do. But yeah, new Fire Emblem, which is pretty cool.
They are doing there's an actual RPG Fire Emblem coming out in next year. They said start of next year. They didn't talk about that at all. They didn't talk about it in the E3 thing. They announced it at the start in a Direct a few months ago. Thought that might have been there, but nope.
And that's the Switch, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, that seems a bit odd. Okay. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe this wouldn't be. Oh no. I was going to say this wouldn't be it, would it? But no. This is by Amiga Force.
No.
Who are Dynasty Warriors and
they're
Samurai
like
Warriors and that.
Separate games. We've known about this one for a while, and then they announced there was a Fire Emblem, a proper one coming.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
2018, and they haven't said anything else about it at E3. So.
Cool. Well, the next couple of items were announced in a brilliant way. Like that little video with that guy with the sword was amazing.
Yeah, so clunky and kind of awkward, but yeah, they saw it get away with it because it's just charming and kind of cute and nice.
Yeah.
Like anyone else would get slaughtered for it because it just come across as fucking cringy, but somehow they get away with it. I don't know how, but they just do.
No, of course, yeah.
Say, how did this sword get in my hand? Who knows? Like, how is that even? Oh man, fair play, you motherfuckers, you got it right.
Yeah. I mean, I've never touched the Zelda, so I don't really know how this content plays with the game itself. But there's two pieces of content. One's Trial of the Sword, one's the Master Trials. The Trial of the Sword offers there's a new Hero's Path mode, some new armor, that kind of stuff. Master Trials, I'm not entirely familiar with it. Are these because there's like 4 characters from it, which are for the 4 champions?
I must say,
are they in the main game or
they are?
Yeah, they are.
They are. They're kind of in this. I was going to say kind of. Yeah. They are like in the story, but
not massively.
Well,
So
the massive part of the story, but they kind of you only see them through flashbacks and kind of images. You don't really see them. They're not there in the actual world when you're playing. So I didn't really get. I must say this was the only thing I was actually properly interested in going in, because it's the only investment I've got in Nintendo, Zelda. And I must say I was a little bit disappointed. So these packs are they're $20, so that's probably going to be 15 quid, maybe 12 quid if they're being nice.
Yeah.
And I was expecting more. I was expecting new parts of the map to go and explore, and that's what I want. Now I don't know. This didn't really make sense to me. I've loved Zelda. I've not really finished it. I'm probably halfway through, I'd say. And like these trials, I kind of can guess what they are, but I don't know. New armor and stuff, that's cool, but I don't think I'd pay money for new armor and all that. Like I want more of the actual game, and the game is going around the map, exploring, finding new places, finding shrines, doing weird and fun stuff, new enemies, whatever. And I must say, I was expecting a little bit more. Hopefully we actually do get proper expansions, and this is DLC, and we get a big expansion somewhere down the line, but this was the only thing that kind of disappointed me a little bit.
The second one is a big expansion, though.
Is it really?
Like the first one, I remember them saying was just going to be kind of little bits, and you had like just the trials thing. But then the second one is actually going to be a bigger expansion.
Okay, they didn't really talk about the second one, did they?
No, the second one was pretty much just here's these 4 people. That's it.
Okay, that's good then. Yeah. That's livened me up a little bit. Because
the 4 amiibos as well, so Adam will be happy.
Yeah, I could tell. Like, I was surprised it took him that long to actually get to the amiibos. Like, these are so being amiibos.
They announced so many amiibos this year.
Shitting money, aren't they?
When they did that Pokemon Direct a couple of weeks ago, I was expecting them to announce like an amiibo for every single Pokemon.
5,000 amiibos.
That'd be amazing. Yeah, no, that's cool. So we saw a bit more of the Mario and Rabbids, but nothing too much, because we obviously seen a lot during the Ubi conference.
Yeah, it was more the same,
yeah, pretty much. But the next kind of thing was the Rocket League announcement that it was coming to Switch with new content, so the Mario Luigi hats, new cars. We've all played Rocket League, we all know what it is, but. It's good that it's coming to Switch for the portability and the kind of accessibility of it. Have you've got? I'm assuming you've played Rocket League, Dave, and you've got that.
Yep.
Would you be getting that on the Switch?
Definitely, yeah. I've already got Rocket League on Steam and Xbox, but I'll happily buy it again on Switch to have it portable. Yeah. No, it's cool. It makes perfect sense, and it's good to finally have it on there, especially with the cool Nintendo content and stuff. Yeah, kind of been expecting it for a while.
Yeah,
seemed
definitely.
Like it was a given.
Well, the last drop of the spotlight is, well, for me, the best, because it just looks absolutely charming. Super Mario Odyssey, which is coming on October the 27th. Another game for October.
Busy day.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to be busy, but I mean, it looks great. It's the first proper gameplay we've seen, and it's just, I don't know, it just looks amazing.
Looks so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
Yeah,
it's taking the best of everything they've ever done. Sunshine, Galaxy. There's even they even went to the 8-bit. I don't know if you saw that bit where you saw the old Mario on.
Yeah,
where he goes into the pipe and he ends up running along the wall.
Stuff from Link Between Worlds as well, when he was in the wall. I remember when this first came out. It was first announced in December time, and there's kind of a lot of apprehension about it. Kind of, why is there a real world? That looks weird. That's strange. But I was not to sound like a dick, but I was in from the start. It looked so weird and different. I was like, this looks sick. And the hat, I've been able to go into all the enemies and dinosaurs and shit. It just looks fucking mad. It looks like, I reckon it's going to be something like.
About?
Oh, it's mad. It looks like how Galaxy was kind of you jump between different planets. It looks like this will be at the end of the levels. I reckon there'll be like portals or wormholes or whatever, which will take you to a new world, and you get to the end of that planet or world or whatever. Then you go to a different one, and it looks big though. Like, to be able to go into a dinosaur, there must be quite enough room to be a dinosaur. So this could be massive, and I'm like, I'm fucking so in on it. Like, I need a Switch first, and that may be difficult to come by because I've got no money. Literally £7 in my bank account. It's quite depressing, but this looks mad, and this looks great. I think it could be up there, one of the best Mario games ever if they deliver on it, because it just looks so fucking wacky and new and innovative.
Yeah, they just managed to reinvent Mario once again with the put, as you say, like, I don't know how it works yet, but when you put the hat on something, you turn into it, and then you become it, and it's like it literally was on anything. It was on the fish that we all know from Mario, and it was on the bullets or the rockets, from the pirate ships and whatnot.
Fence posts and that as well.
Yeah,
cannonballs,
dinosaurs.
I imagine how it's going to work. I reckon it's going to be like, so jump is going to be a standard jump, but then all the other face buttons are going to be different hat controls. So there's going to be one that throws it in front of you to jump, an attack button, a possess button, and all that good shit. Like, I think it looks great. They are the masters, aren't they? Really?
Yeah, they are. Gary, you up for this?
Yeah. This other than Zelda, this was the one that I was waiting for before picking up the Switch. I mean, not that I can afford one yet, but I'm well in it. I think it looks brilliant. Mario is always good. I loved 3D World as well, and 3D Land on the 3DS as well. They were so much fun.
Excellent.
And just give me more of that, and I'm happy.
Yeah.
The hat stuff is just a bonus.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's all 20 minutes, right? What do you think? 1E3, what was your favourite announcement, and what was your favourite trailer of something that was already announced? Everyone, let's go around the room. So, Chris, who do you think won? Favourite new announcement, favourite trailer.
Okay.
And if they mix, then pick something different.
Oh, Jesus, I don't know. I think best conference was probably it's Nintendo or Ubisoft. I'm going to go Ubisoft because that's probably the games I'll probably be playing more. Best trailer.
That's a tough one.
I don't know.
Best trailer. There's been so many. It's hard to remember them all.
Yeah.
I kind of loved. I loved the Days Gone stuff. I loved the Far Cry 5 stuff. I don't know. I'm going to go with Days. I'm going to go with Days Gone, I think.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Days Gone. Best new announcement, as I've never played it, but just for the fact that just what it meant to the people and how good it looks, and I'm going to go with Beyond Good and Evil 2, I think.
Okay.
But I may need to reflect on that, because come next week's pod, I'll probably have changed my mind, because I'll rewatch them all and be like, oh, that was much better. But yeah, there was so much good stuff.
Definitely.
I'll go with them.
David?
Did you say Ubisoft for your favourite conference, Chris?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, well, okay, I'll go Nintendo then.
Yeah.
Just to be different.
Well, yeah.
Because I think I'll be playing probably all of those games, if not most of them.
Yeah.
Favourite announcement? Maybe Anthem? I thought that looked very cool.
Yeah.
Flying around that big open world kind of jungle, it looked like. That looks like good fun.
Yeah, it does.
Favourite trailer? The one that jumps to mind is Beyond Good and Evil 2. Just that kind of animated trailer with a monkey. Yeah, I love that.
It was awesome.
Gary?
I think I'd probably have to go with Ubisoft for the best conference. There's so much there that, miles better than the rest. Trailer possibly Mario and Rabbids.
Okay.
That was just brilliant. I thought everyone expected it to be dog shit, and it just turned out it's like one of the best things at the actual whole show.
You're right. 100%.
Announcement. I think I'm going to have to go Anthem as well. I thought that looked amazing, absolutely stunning. My own personal, I think Forza, I really want more of that. But yeah, Anthem just looks amazing. If it looks even half that good on the final game, yeah, I'm all over that.
Yeah, my favourite was Ubisoft as well. My favourite announcement was obviously Skull and Bones. 3 years in the making.
I forgot about that.
3 years in the making, finally vindicated. Favourite trailer, for just purely trailer, was Wolfenstein. That was one of the best game trailers I've seen since, like, perhaps fucking, oh shit, what was it called? The game, when you get taken over, there's 2 of them. Prototype 2, that had a great trailer, just played just a guy looking sad to hurt, which obviously is all you need. That was a great trailer. And my favourite, that was as a trailer. Favourite gameplay, I think, probably either Spider-Man or Days Gone, because I thought they both looked pretty good. And obviously, special mention to Mario Odyssey as well, because it looked great. But
yeah,
they're my picks.
I mean, Mario Odyssey looked great, but I've been kind of sold on Mario Odyssey since they first announced it. So
exactly.
I don't need to see any more of that. I know what's happening.
I'm kind of glad to have seen more, because I think there was always that little bit of worry with the real world stuff that it was going to end up like a Sonic 06 kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we all knew Nintendo wouldn't screw up that badly, but there was that worry. But to see it actually like in motion, just thinking, yeah, that looks brilliant. In day one if possible, if I can afford it.
Yeah, same. Well, nice one, Miyamoto. Thank you for a good conference. Thank you for joining me, guys, on what's been quite a cool E3. It's not been revolutionary, but there's a lot of games we kind of knew about that we got to see a lot more of. So
I think it's been
really good.
I think it's been better than people have made out. Like overall, I think spread across the entire thing, there's been a lot of good stuff.
I'd say it's been good, just not exciting.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little too much of that. I think is next year. I think it would have been nice to see a little more out in the next few months, which is where Nintendo got it spot on.
I think
Ubisoft as well, actually, yeah.
Ubisoft was the only one who had surprises. Like, I suppose you could say Nintendo had Metroid and Thing as a surprise, but they didn't have anything to show of them. So Ubisoft was the only conference that had an actual something completely out of the blue that nobody expected, which is surprising. And then they had the big surprise moment Beyond Good and Evil. Like, nobody else had anything. Nobody else had a bombshell. It was only Ubisoft.
No, you're right.
For me, that's why they won the conferences, and that's why I think it's just not been it's not quite the same buzz as last year and the year before that did. But it's still been alright.
Yeah, no, it has.
Can we
thanks
please
for joining me, guys?
No
Can we please have the conferences at more reasonable times next year?
Please.
Yes, please.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah, hold it down south. Hold it in London or something. Stop doing this bloody 4 a.m. bollocks. I didn't even watch Bethesda's conference.
No, I didn't.
I haven't
heard anything about
any of the trailers.
I haven't seen like any announcements or anything from it.
Wolfenstein and was it
Evil Within 2.
Yeah, Evil Within 2. That's all they had, really.
This is the first I've heard of Evil Within.
There's Doom VR as well.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. But back to excitement, it was good.
Yeah. Yes, exciting stuff.
Yeah. Well, yeah, guys, thanks for joining me.
No worries.
Welcome. Hi. No problem.
And we'll do a bit more of a reflection on the next pod, but I think we're all kind of E3'd out. You can head over to gotogeek.com to listen to find the other podcast for the week. Read some pieces we've got from one of our guys over there who's doing some guest writing for us on A Way Out. He managed to speak to some guys from that.
That looks great as well. That looks sick. I wasn't on the E3 podcast, but that looks really good. And the guys, Brothers Two Sons, fucking great game. And like they really are like kind of innovating in co-op. And this looks banging. I really like the look of it.
Yeah, it does. He's also done some stuff on the Devolver bits and pieces, so that'll be all going up either today or tomorrow. And we're going to try and do, which David suggested, which is a good idea, just a kind of everyone's favourite bit from the conference into one kind of post, so you'll be able to read up on our thoughts on that. You can follow Dan at Mabrowski. You can follow Gary at Blue Fury 47.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's like 11:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I'm completely with you there. Don't worry.
I don't even know my Twitter handle. Dave, you are at David. I'm sorry, David
H094.
Thank you. What am I at?
First Avenger.
83. There we go. You can go to God is Geek at God is Geek as well. Again, thanks for joining me, guys.
You're welcome.
And we'll speak to you all soon. See you later.